And so, with hearts ablaze and determination unwavering, Kaito and Ayumi stepped into the heart of the ancient temple. The colossal stone structures towered around them, their time-worn visages whispering tales of a bygone era. The air heavy with history and forgotten legends. They moved with careful steps, their breaths hushed in reverence to the sacred surroundings. The stone floor was cool beneath their feet, moss-laden cracks testament to the passage of time. The temple walls, adorned with faded murals and carvings, seemed to watch them in stoic silence. The flickering light from their torches danced across these ancient images, creating a spectacle of shadows that seemed to come alive. Slowly, they descended into the heart of the temple, each step echoing through the vast, silent expanse. An eerie quiet hung over the place, amplifying the occasional rustle of their clothing, the faint clink of their gear, and even their own hushed breaths. Suddenly, they came upon an open chamber, the epicenter of the temple, where an imposing figure lurked in the shadows. The Sorcerer of Shadows stood before them, his sinister aura casting a chilling shadow over the hallowed ground. His eyes glowing with dark magic bore into them, unnerving, yet fascinating. His voice, an ominous specter of sound, echoed through the hollow chambers, reverberating off the age-old stone walls, filling the air with a chilling welcome. His words, imbued with haunting power, echoed around them. "Welcome, children of destiny." With a swift movement, Kaito unsheathed his sword, its blade gleaming under the faint glow of the temple. His eyes, hardened with countless battles, glinted with relentless determination. The cold steel of his weapon reflected the eeriness of the temple, its ancient walls whispering tales of forgotten heroes. His heart pounded in his chest, a rhythm of survival that echoed the fierceness of his spirit. He moved with a graceful poise, each step a testament to his rigorous training and unyielding resolve. On his stood Ayumi, her hands glowing with healing magic, a beacon of light amidst the encroaching darkness. Her composure was serene, the calm before a storm. The ethereal glow from her palms bathed her face in a soft light, emphasizing the strength beneath her elegant features. Her fingers danced in elegant patterns, conjuring wards of protection and tranquility. The shimmering light pulsed in time her heartbeat, a rhythm that was a soothing lullaby in the face of ominous dread. Between them stood a common enemy. The Sorcerer of Shadows, scorn etched deep into his features, sneered in anticipation. His fingers twitched with dark energy, a stark contrast to the serene atmosphere around him. An aura of malice surrounded him, the air crackling with tension as the magic built within him. His menacing eyes bore into theirs, the promise of a brutal confrontation reflected in their depths as he prepared to unleash his power. The battle that ensued was one of epic proportions. Fate had ordained this particular event where the elements of the universe were forced to cross blades, where its very fabric was tested. The fight was between Kaito, a stalwart warrior with a heart of steel, and Ayumi, a sorceress whose powers were derived from the purest form of magic. It was a conflict that defied all conventional wisdom, bringing together two seemingly incompatible forces. Steel met magic in a dazzling display of power, every arc of Kaito's blade shimmering against the ethereal glow of Ayumi's spells. The air buzzed with the restless energy of their conflict. Each strike, each spell, was a mesmerizing dance of combat, choreographed by destiny itself. The battle was not only physical, it was a struggle of light against darkness, a dichotomy as old as time itself. Even as they clashed, the two warriors found themselves grappling with their own internal demons, their personal battles of good against evil. The battlefield turned into an arena of introspection where every blow was an attempt to conquer the darkness within. Their love for each other added a poignant dimension to the battle. Each parry, each spell was infused with their shared passion, a testament to their undying love. Their hearts danced to an unseen rhythm, pounding in their chests like a desperate drumbeat of devotion. The cadence of their love reverberated through the battlefield, finding resonance in the very air that separated them. The battle reached a crescendo, their movements and spells becoming a harmonious symphony of power and passion. Their souls intertwined, a testament to their shared destiny, their love a beacon of hope in the tumult. Kaito and Ayumi fought with all their might, their hearts echoing the rhythm of their love, their souls intertwining with every swift movement and powerful spell. And just when the Sorcerer of Shadows thought he had them cornered, a peculiar twist in the tale occurred. In that instance, a magnificent phenomenon unfolded right before everyone's eyes. The protagonists, Kaito and Ayumi, were bathed in an ethereal, blinding light that seemed to explode from the core of their beings. It was a light so pure, so intense, that it cut through the darkest corners of the ominous forest they found themselves in. Suddenly, the air shimmered and quivered, as if some unseen force was the very fabric of space to ripple. A hush fell over the battlefield as everyone, including the monstrous sorcerer of shadows, watched in awe and disbelief. Emerging from the light, as if birthed by it, was the legendary Blade of Passion, once thought to be a mere myth. This divine weapon of love materialized in the firm grip of Kaito and Ayumi, its radiant glow illuminating the shadows and casting away the specter of defeat that had hung over them. The blade, with its gleaming edge and hilt adorned ancient symbols, shone with a radiance that reflected the courageous hearts of its wielders. Its sublime aura seeped into every crevice, banishing the darkness and permeating the very air with hope. The Sorcerer of Shadows for the first time recoiled with visible fear. His previously indomitable dark magic faltered, cowering under the overwhelming power of love and passion. The Sorcerer of Shadows recoiled, his dark magic faltering under the overwhelming power of love and passion. With one final strike, Kaito and Ayumi pushed back the Sorcerer of Shadows, their love proving to be the most potent magic. This wasn't just any ordinary battle, it was a fight ignited by passion and fueled by bravery. The air crackled with the intensity of their conflict. The sorcerer, a merciless antagonist filled with wickedness and darkness, had threatened their world, leaving no choice but to rise against him. Kaito, a warrior, and Ayumi, a skilled sorceress, had trained for this moment their entire lives. Every swing of Kaito's sword matched the rhythm of his pounding heart, while Ayumi's enchanting spells danced to the beat of her unwavering spirit. Together they stood unbroken, to their unyielding determination. Their love, pure and strong, augmented every attack, rendering the sorcerer's magic feeble against their united front. These weren't just any heroes, they were lovers, partners bound together by destiny and love, making their magic the strongest of all. As the battle reached its peak, a blinding light enveloped them, and with one unified strike, they pushed the sorcerer back. The stone walls of the ancient temple shook, dust like a sea of glitter swirling around them in a dramatic aftermath of their clash. The deafening silence that followed was a symbol of their victory. But as the dust settled, they found the Sorcerer of Shadows gone, leaving behind only a chilling laughter echoing through the temple. Kaito and Ayumi clung to each other tightly, their arms wrapped firmly yet gently around each other. Their hearts, thundering inside their chests, kept time with each other as if they were two well-tuned instruments playing a harmonious concert. Their breaths, sharp and hasty, escaped their lungs in ragged gasps, echoing in the grim silence that followed the battle. The tension was palpable, like a heavy cloud hanging over them. They had won the battle, they had held their ground and had fought valiantly. Like two heroes straight out of a legend, they had stood bravely side by side, their arms never faltering as they swung their swords, their spirits never despite the overwhelming odds. They had been a beacon of hope in the eye of the storm, a symbol of resilience and indomitable will. The air was thick with the scent of victory, yet the taste of it was bittersweet. Relief washed over them, but it was tinged with a sense of foreboding. They had overpowered their enemies. But theirs was short-lived, for they knew all too well that this was a small victory in the grand scheme of things. The war, in all its dark and ominous glory, was far from over. The Sorcerer of Shadows, the embodiment of fear and evil, was still out there somewhere, lurking in the shadows, his sinister power growing with every passing moment. His darkness, like a monstrous enveloping cloud, was threatening to engulf the world. The fight for justice was far from over, and the world held its breath, waiting for the next chapter in this epic saga. As they stepped out of the temple, the dawn breaking over the horizon, they knew their journey was far from over. Their destiny was still unwritten, their love story yet to unfold. And the Sorcerer of Shadows? Well, he was still lurking in the shadows, waiting for his chance to strike again. So, as Kaito and Ayumi prepare for their next adventure, one question remains. Will their love continue to be the beacon of hope in a world shrouded in darkness? Only time will tell. Until then, the tale of Kaito and Ayumi, the passionate duo destined to protect the world, continues.